Test talk. Test talk. Hello. Oh, whoa. I'm big. I gotta fix this. Whoops. Let's move myself. Let's also get YouTube chat up and rolling. Hello, friends. Welcome in. I don't stream usually on Thursdays, but I'm gonna be recording an episode of the VTuber Voices podcast. And I usually like recording it live. Usually I record it live on Wednesdays, but we didn't get to it yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna be live for like an hour today while we record this episode. So if you guys want to be participating in this episode, this is a great time to talk and chat because this will be on the playback for those who watch the VTuber Voices podcast on YouTube. But we'll get started shortly. We'll like wait 5 to 10-ish minutes maybe for people to come in. I'll only be live for about an hour. We're gonna be literally just recording the podcast episode today and that's it. And then I'm gonna have to take my leave because I have things I gotta get done. But like I said, I figured that I'd do it live with you guys because I always enjoy getting to hear that live feedback and response with the topic at hand. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hello, Fiery. Hi, Corey. Good to see you. Sugar, welcome.
Wow, a new subscription.
Hello. Kyoko Kitty, thank you for the YouTube sub. Burr Bro, welcome in. Hi, Lay. So good to see you again. Hello, hello. Hi, Aiden. Big hugs, yes. Hello, Alistar. I made it. Yes. Hello, Sil. It's very nice to meet you. Welcome in. Hi, just a figment of your imagination. Welcome in, Zane Designs. Hello, I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing? Hi, YouTube. You're on YouTube, Corey. You're on YouTube. But good morning, friends. I hope you're doing great. Happy Thoughtful Thursdays. Welcome in, Frey. Happy Thoughtful Thursdays. Make sure you take time to reflect and possibly even do some journaling today if you need to reflect on projects you're working on or things that are going on in your life that you would like to take a deeper look into. That's what I like to do on Thursdays. Hi, Toxinity. Welcome in. Hi, Blue Bear. How's it going? Hello, Moonlight Game Studios. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So today's topic is going to be on why content creation is a real job and why you need to diversify your income and why just working a 9-to-5 job or whatever job that you currently are doing is not enough to create long-term sustainability.
Welcome to the Eternal Gems.
Alexander, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch and thank you for the YouTube subscription. Kyoko Kitty, appreciate you. But yeah, so we'll be discussing why I believe from the bottom of my heart that everybody should be making some form of content to create sustainability and financial freedom in their life. Hi, Peachy. It's midnight in my country. I'm from Thailand. Welcome from Thailand. I'm from the Sapphire Star. LOL box. Also welcome and how's it going? How's someone so pure and amazing? Oh, you're so sweet, Alistair. Thank you. Hi, Barry. Not fine. Found. Can't talk. Welcome in. Okay, cool guys. Like I said, this is gonna be a very short stream because I'm literally just gonna be recording for this episode. But like I said, I figured I'd be live with you guys hanging out. So we're gonna get started here. I don't have a script directly for this episode. Sometimes with my process on the VTuber Voices podcast, I do have a direct script to read from. Sometimes it's just bullet points. It usually kind of depends. So right now I have bullet points, so there's gonna be a little bit of rambling. We'll take some questions at the end if you guys have questions regarding the topic or the subject at hand. And we won't take too many because I don't want to make the episode too long, probably 15 to 20 minutes max for this episode. So yeah, hi Mel, happy Thursday. Happy Thoughtful Thursdays. How are you, Polly? Welcome in. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get ready, started here. Let me make sure I hit the start recording button. Boop. Okay, we are recording. We are recording. Ah! We're live, we're recording. Hello. Heck it, we doing this thing live? We are. I will be posting it tomorrow and doing some basic edits, but I do it live as well because sometimes it's nice to hear you guys' feedback on what's going on. Recording hype, yes. Thank you, Allie. I appreciate you. Welcome in, Jelly. How's it going? Pyri, so good to see you again. Hello. All right, so let me pause our music. We're also gonna have to pause our background music because I can't have that going on for the recording unless I split my tracks, but I've never split my audio tracks yet, so. Welcome in, Maru. Hi, Sunny. Good to see you. Yes, I hope work goes well, Mel. Sending all the good vibes. Takan Shiro, welcome in. Hello, I'm great, Blue Bear. How are you? All right, let me check to make sure everything's good for face movement. Okay, cool. We're gonna be starting. Hello, Gems. Welcome to the VTuber Voices podcast. I am your host, Sapphire,
Welcome to the Eternal
Gems. We're going to have to mute alerts. Uncle Mona, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you. Let me mute my alert box. Hold on. I appreciate you guys, but alert box will be muted for this time. Hold on. I'm going to restart it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yes, all the good vibes. Yay! You're going to redo your model? Yes, Lay. What are you thinking of redoing it as? Or like, what are your thoughts for the redo? Okay. We're redoing. We're restarting. Restart. Hello, Gems. Welcome to the VTuber Voices podcast. I'm your host, Sapphire, and on this podcast, we like to talk about what it's like to be virtual, how to grow and thrive and create sustainability in content creation and through online business as a virtual character, or not everybody's a virtual character that listens to this podcast, but that is a-okay. Today's topic that we are going to be discussing is actually one of my favorites and something that I am very, very passionate about. And that is why content creation is a real job and why and how I think you can diversify your income so that you can become financially free. So first I want to address the stereotypes of parents and people who do not understand how content creation could possibly be a job. How are people making money on live? How is this a real thing? And most of the stereotypes you'll hear from your parents or from anybody that you really run into is they tell you you need to get a real job or you need to get a degree, you need to go to college, and that's the set path. And then you'll work a job the rest of your life, and that's what you do. And that's what's going to create sustainability and happiness in your life. Let me tell you something. Big, big false. It's actually, that is the exact way to trap yourself financially and to put yourself in a negative connotation or a negative thing. There's actually a concept called the rat race that everybody does. It is from, what book is it from? I think it's from Rich Dad, Poor Dad it might be? I don't remember which book it's from, but really cool concept talking about the rat race. So it's the people that get in this mindset that think that there's only one way to do things or that's the way to financial freedom is they get a good job and they work something that's normal like 9 to 5 for the rest of their life, but it's actually a really great way to trap yourself. But this was initially the path I was going to take. I was going to school for concept art in games, and I also had a few other majors before choosing that one, but I thought that working at a studio would be something that would make me feel successful. Like working at Riot Games or working for Blizzard or working at a well-known studio and being able to showcase my creativity. But the truth is, following that path would actually really make me feel stuck and trapped because I would end up working for a corporation or a job doing work for other people and creating their dreams, making their dreams come true while slaving away my creative aspects and the things that I deeply love. So I ended up stumbling upon content creation. Both luckily and through my hard work and realizing what I value, content creation was a really good path for me, and let me tell you why I think it's a good path for everybody. And I don't mean that everybody has to be a YouTuber, but I think that everybody can at least choose some form of content creation that is going to be beneficial depending on their hobbies and the things that they care about in their life. No worries, Burbo. All right, I'm going to take a mini pause there. We're going to take a mini pause. I'll stop recording. That'll be recording 1. Let me catch up with chat here. Impossible to become finance in YouTube. Wait, what do you mean, Pyri? Mustaches. Content creation much a real job, though I myself can't make money yet. Yeah, no, that's okay. It might start as a side hustle. Hi, Starry, welcome in. They said even YouTube makes or gives you way more money than other jobs depending on what your content is. It's not YouTube alone though, Lay, and we'll learn about this. Aiden said that mindset doesn't really account for the fact that content creation has existed as long as people lived. I mean, what about actors, radio DJs, etc.? Yes, agreed, Aiden. Agreed. And I think that largely, you know, people don't realize that it has existed for that long, and we didn't really get this like guru like term until recently. You're interesting enough to make my own content. I have to play characters. I think you are capable of anything you set your mind to. If you give yourself limiting beliefs, Alistar, you will be limiting in your beliefs. But if you set yourself up to believe positively in yourself, then you can achieve anything. Hello, Kiro, Mia, Lucian. It's so good to see you. How are you? Kiro, Mia, Lucian, Lulu, I've been showing so many people your new cover because when people come in talking about music and how to like make music as a VTuber, I'm like, let's go visit my friend Lulu's channel and see what she's got. And it's been an absolute blast. Yes, playing a character is really cool. Sunny said, I do want to make content of my own and content I want to focus around art and game design. I hope to inspire those who may be nervous to start their own journey, creative journey to start. Yes, I love that, Sunny. Hi, Geekish, welcome in. And it doesn't mean don't work a 9 to 5 job, because you still need to pay the bills, right? You still need to pay the bills, but start building a side hustle or something that you care about that can eventually turn into what you love doing. Hi, Soren, welcome in. Tall sheep in the chat, yes. Soren, how's it going? Playing a character is cool too. Yes, I can't remember the whole question or quote, but Bruce Lee once said there is no limits. There's none. Yes. Oh wow, it's non-DMC is you if you want to play on stream. Yay! Thank you, Lulu. Amazing. Makes me happy to hear. We're talking about how content creation is a real job and how to diversify your income and become financially free. We're in the middle of recording a podcast, but I just recorded the first section. I'm taking a mini break to catch up a chat. Whole thing revolved around the fact and letting yourself impose limits in any part of your life will let it creep into all parts of life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yay, Blue Bear. Well, we're happy to have you here. Yep. All right. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what I last said so I can pick up on this train of thought. Recording button. Boop. Okay. We are recording. Where is it? Ah! We're live. We're recording. Alert box will be muted for this. No worries, Burbo. All right. Both luckily and through my hard work and realizing what I value, content creation was a really good path for me. And let me tell you why I think it's a good path for everybody. And I don't mean that everybody has to be a YouTuber, but I think that everybody can at least choose some form of content creation that is going to be beneficial depending on their hobbies and the things that they care about in their life. Okay, cool. So that's where we ended on the last one. Hi, Lolly. Welcome in. How are you? Hi, Wiki. Good to see you. Honestly, Size, you inspired the skull because I was too scared and unsure of my abilities. You told me to throw that kind of thinking out the window. Yep, you should throw that kind of thinking out the window. Gonna play some games because there's only 3 more hours till 10. No worries. Yes, enjoy your games. Lay says YouTuber creation online is also fun. I just think it's also helping everyone who entertained during the pandemic. Yeah, no, for sure. Fly said, well, it's Kiromia Lucian, the girl with the funny, wonderful voice. Yes, her voice is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She's a wonderful character. Super amazing VTuber. You guys should definitely check her out. If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and in your life, into everything. Your beliefs are absolutely everything. That's right, Aiden. I don't know if anyone want to listen to my personal paranormal stories. Well, you'll never know if you don't try, right? Hi, Kripsune, so good to see you. Hello. Saya question, have you ever played Minecraft Pocket Edition? I think I have actually once. For like 2 seconds. You're starting drawing? Yay, awesome, Dexter. What kind of drawing? Welcome in, Ryan Rodnor. Parents always told you you're the only limiter in your life. Never forget that. They also told me not to stick my finger around and stick my face. No, I'm glad your parents taught you that, Ryan. That's a really good one. I wish my parents were that wise. Floyd said, I was just watching one of your videos for help. How was it? Hopefully you got the help that you needed. Okay, let's continue the next section of the podcast. For those who are just coming in, we're recording a podcast. And we're gonna pick up where we left off. So I just said, I think content creation can be utilized in everybody's life. Okay, great. So when I was going to school, majoring in game dev and working on my portfolio and trying to find a way to make my way into a studio or create something worthy of to get hired by another company. I was always creating content on Twitch. I started creating content on YouTube last year, but everything there really started to take off for me. And really what it started to show me was the infinite capabilities of being able to diversify your income and lead yourself to being creatively free, which is one of my biggest goals in life because I value creativity and freedom. And I know many of you that listen to this podcast also value being creative and being free. And what does being free actually means? It means owning your time and utilizing your time to do the things that you want to do to help you create meaningful work to leave behind a legacy or create a legacy for yourself. That's one of the most important things for me, which is why I value creative freedom. And I believe that content creation is one of the best ways to achieve being creatively free. Yes, there are limitations and there are restrictions and things that you have to do sometimes, but it is definitely a great route to that. So let me start with telling you and talking to you about how I started to earn this path to creative freedom. You know, I was just a college student majoring in game development, and all of a sudden, I'm a full-time content creator. But mind you, this was no accident. This was plenty of strategy and plenty of things that I'm working on now to make sure that this becomes long-term and sustainable for me to be able to leave an impact on people's lives and help others also achieve the same thing. So, that being said, I started over on Twitch, and Twitch was my main source of income. It still is my main source of income. I will be honest with you guys, I want to be open about numbers. I know Catherine Manning likes to be open about numbers. I want to be open about numbers. I would say on average on Twitch, I make around, on a good month, I can make anywhere from like $800 to $1,200 USD on Twitch. And that's on a really good month. On my lower months, probably $300 to $500 USD over on Twitch. And that was only the start. And if you start making money on any type of side project or side hobby, you got to ask yourself, how can you start scaling that? How can you start spreading your income and diversifying your assets? So I decided to try to find ways to diversify. I took a leap and decided to invest in myself by investing in more books and courses and things to help me learn more about why was I actually making money on Twitch? How was I, as a content creator, somebody who was just working on my artwork, actually making money on a platform like Twitch? And how can I continue to make this happen and support my dreams and be creatively free? Because ultimately on Twitch, what I was able to do was stream my creative projects, work on the things I want to work while people are supporting me and doing what I love. And I'm like, this is a beautiful life. And I want to be able to pass this to other people as well. Not to mention all the positive benefits that come with having a really close-knit community and being able to connect with other artists and other creatives who want similar things for themselves and strive for similar goals. So I asked myself, how can I diversify my income stream? And I thought everything that I had read and courses I'd taken had pointed me towards, you got to start branching out. It can't be just Twitch. It can't be just Twitch. You got to be on other platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, other places. And it was really hard to figure out what that would be for me at first. I didn't really know what that looked like. So then I ended up branching out to YouTube, and my YouTube took off. And again, you may ask, how did my YouTube take off? Well, I constantly educate myself. I constantly surround myself by mentors and people who can teach me about how to utilize these systems so that I can start growing a financially free life through content creation. So I branched out to YouTube, and now I make about $250 on Google AdSense for YouTube. Combine that with my Twitch income, if we put it at an average about, let's just say 800 plus 200, 800, 900, 1,000. That's $1,000 a month. Now, how can we continue to branch that out? I started a Patreon. My Patreon makes around $200 a month. Now we're making $1,200 a month. And again, there's a lot on the road to figure out, how do I actually add value in this area? How do I get people to watch my YouTube videos, to support me on Patreon, to support me on Twitch? That is a whole nother discussion in and of itself that we won't be discussing on this podcast episode. But if you have questions, always feel free to email me at sapphireVT@gmail.com. So, how can we diversify ourselves and start spreading ourselves across these other platforms? Now, let me backtrack a little bit and talk to you about why the illusion of a normal job is literally worse than like being a content creator if you start to make income. When you get a normal, quote unquote, normal job, say you go to school for 4 years, get a degree, now you're on a salary, you're going to whatever job. First of all, college doesn't even guarantee you getting that job. Second of all, once you get that job, you're still on a steady income, you're still on a steady pay pace. And you can get fired from that job any day. I mean, think about COVID. There's lots of people who lost their jobs during the pandemic. You can get fired any day. So what everybody thinks is stable, a 9-to-5 job, or doing something that your parents told you to do, go to college, get a degree, and go to work and do that for the rest of your life, not so stable. You can still have a main job, but you still need to find a way to diversify your income because something can happen tomorrow. What if your main work is labor and you break your arm tomorrow? Then there goes everything, and now you aren't financially stable. Then you start falling into not being able to support your family. You can't put food on the table. You can't support yourself. You can't support your family. And that obviously leads to a lot of other mental health issues, and it can go down from there. So again, how do we strategically put ourselves in the positions to diversify our income so that we can become free? So as I mentioned earlier, you could be going to a 9-to-5 job, or you could be going to something that is a steady pay rate, but how can you start creating content that can help people to start gaining income through the value you're offering the world? And once again, leading back to diversifying your income. How can you be pulling assets from multiple places so that if one thing collapses today, you will not be in ruins tomorrow? What is that going to look like for your life? So let's talk about some of the ways to diversify. Like I said, we have Patreon, we have YouTube, we have Twitch, we have digital assets. You can sell digital assets. If you are a martial artist and you are a martial arts teacher and you help people at the dojo you go in every day, are there ways you can start to branch what you're doing out onto a YouTube channel, out onto a Patreon page, stream on Twitch? Can you create some sort of digital asset? Could you create a beginner's book or work guide for people who are just getting into martial arts? Can you create an online course that's making passive income, that's making income without you actively having to be there? Can you create books? Can you create sponsorship opportunities or affiliate programs with people? Can you create partnerships with companies that align with your values as a martial arts person? And this can go to any hobby or anything in life that you are really passionate about. So there's also ways that you can consider other things beyond diversifying your income stream. And that goes back to, once you start figuring out more of these things out, you can learn more about finances like stocks or other routes to help grow your income so that you are not staying at a job with a consistent salary, stuck in the same place, living paycheck to paycheck. So this is why I think everyone should be a content creator in some form of the word. It helps you diversify your income and create a sustainable, balanced life that can eliminate doubt or worry for the future of any disaster that can come your way. Lots of doubts and worry can be there to start, but our goal is to begin working on a business idea to eliminate those fears. So ask yourself, how's this going to work for you? What passions and hobbies do you have that you could teach others about or make products around? This could be something like skiing courses. Say you enjoy skiing in your free time. Maybe you create a YouTube channel on how to be a better skier, best equipment for skiing. Maybe this is an art channel to help other artists get better at their creations. Everybody has specialties and hobbies and things that make them unique and things that they enjoy. How can you turn this into content creation? And how can you start helping transform not only your life, but the world's life and take a path to financial freedom? And mind you that separate from this, you do want to have hobbies and other things that you do for fun. You don't want to fall into the trap of trying to monetize everything you do, because if you do that, then you're going to always be in work mode. And it is very essential for any successful person to balance both work and play. You have to make sure you create times where you're taking a break, and you have to make sure that you create times where you are working hard. You need to play hard and you need to work hard in order to find and create balance in your life. So make sure that you still find hobbies or things that you aren't going to be monetizing, but find something that you really care about and see if there's a way that you can monetize that and create diversified income in your life. It's very essential to have non-related things that have nothing to do with your business to be able to take that break and to be able to switch it off. And through finding the balance between things that you enjoy doing and creating a side hustle or a business, I truly believe that that's one of the best ways to live your life. And that's why I'm on this journey, and that's why I do this every day. That's why I fill out my calendar. That's why I'm constantly streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, creating YouTube videos, trying to find ways to be a leader and to lead people to this lifestyle. Because I truly believe it's one of the best ways you can live your life that's going to lead you to happiness, to balance, to freedom, to all the things you care about, and ultimately, really what we all want, which is to enjoy what we're doing, be happy, and surround ourselves by good people, and to feel stable. So, we're going to take questions next from everybody. That was a pretty long rant there, but it's the truth. So if you guys have any questions about anything I just brought up, now is going to be the time. We're going to take questions live from YouTube chat. Let me start recording that again, and let me catch up with everybody who joined. For anybody who just joined, I'm recording an episode of the VTuber Voices podcast, so that's why I might seem like robot mode, not answering any questions. All right, let me see. Bum, bum, bum. So if you guys want to say anything that I missed, make sure you throw it in chat now, because I'm not going to scroll all the way back up to try to figure out where I left off. Yes, drop out, become a funny streamer. I mean, you could work for the government. Nobody gets fired from there. LOL. So I reduce status. I believe in you. Thank you, Blue. Question for you. Okay, yeah, let me see this. Question for you. Alistar asks, How do you deal with severe anxiety and trying to make content? So I actually have a YouTube video talking about how to deal with anxiety with content and how to utilize tools and things to be able to help yourself around that. So usually I find it when we have anxiety surrounding a specific topic, it's usually because you're scared of the unknown or you're scared of failing or feeling doubts and fears. And there's lots of ways to utilize human psychology to eliminate anxiety, to eliminate fears, or at least to lessen them enough to the point where you could make content. So that might be some research you're going to have to do on your own, but one of my favorite ways to deal with severe anxiety is to find ways to manage my anxiety. And one of the best ways for me to manage my anxiety is through journaling, getting my thoughts out on paper. What am I actually anxious about? And how can I make that better? And also through exercise, because exercise actually eliminates the chemical in your brain that stimulates fear. So if you're ever feeling fearful, which can definitely be generated from anxiety, at least for me myself, consider having an exercise routine and maybe do something like that before creating a piece of content to really eliminate the fear and create peace in your mind away from that anxiety. Crip says, I know you'll get into the side, but I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. If I don't have the time to put into content, then I can't grow it. What do you suggest? So, okay, let me back this up and read this. Kripsune says, I know you'll probably get into the Saya, but I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. If I don't have the time to put into content, then I can't grow it. What do you suggest? Crypt, this is something I've been dealing with lately, and it's something that I've come to head with lately. And you really have to realize, I know how hard this can be too. You really have to realize the value of yourself and that putting time into yourself and your growth and your investment is the best time you can give anywhere. So consider cutting other things out of your life that isn't benefiting you. And I know that's really hard if you're somebody who likes to help people, because I love helping people. And then this argues with our values of, but I want to give and I want to be helpful to people, but I also need to be putting time into myself. So really take a hard look at your habits and your schedule and the things you're doing in your life and ask yourself, ultimately, is this building me up into the person I want to be? Is this building up and helping me become who I want to be tomorrow? And if you can't say that that's helping you, then you should probably cut it out of your life. And that's how you can start creating time for your content. Because I believe making time for your content and for yourself, and honestly for yourself is very different than making time for your content too, can help you create and invest in yourself, if that makes sense. So investing in yourself is one of the best choices you can make. So I would argue to you that you are probably putting time into things that aren't serving you, Kripsune, or into things that could be better. You could be better placing your time and not being hard on you, because I know you're a very hard worker. You're a very hard worker, but don't let the illusion of hard work let you be placing your time into places that you shouldn't be, because Crypt, you are such a valuable person. You are amazing at what you do, and you always strive out to set your mind to how to do something the best you can possibly do it. So start putting that time into yourself. Start reflecting in on, where can I actually be placing my time to grow my content, to grow me, to create the life that I want to create. So I hope that helps answer questions. Hi, Martin Ambrose, welcome in. Freelance games designer, so I have to worry about collapsing on me, so to speak, with COVID happening. Yep, no, absolutely. I mean, and it doesn't mean don't have a job that you can go to, because some people might enjoy working at a studio. I'm not telling you don't work at a studio or get a 9-to-5 job, but I'm telling you to do diversify your income. Do diversify the places that you're getting income from, so if you did lose that studio job, you still have something going for you on the side. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy going to a 9-to-5 workplace. I just use that as the traditional, because that's what everybody looks at. Bonakila says, I cannot empathize enough. Don't try to make you love into everything you love into a job. You quickly find yourself with 8 jobs and nothing you love. Yeah, Bonakila, I totally agree with that. That's a lesson I've been learning recently as well. Yeah, recycling content is great as well. Reduce, reuse content. How do you find a mentor, especially when it comes to content creation starting out? That's a hard one, because content creation is very new and there's not a lot of mentors in the industry. So as far as looking for mentors, I mean, I'd say courses are probably your best bet right now, and then looking for one-on-one coaches. That would probably be the best route for you, E. And the best places to look is probably on the content creation platforms that you enjoy. Because there's TikTok gurus. I know there's people on TikTok who do one-on-one coaching. I know there's people on Twitch who do one-on-one coaching, myself included, and same for YouTube. Hi, Markia, welcome in. What's your goal of subs? As far as I can go. as far as I can go, as long as I can keep impacting people and enjoying what I love. Lali says some other things that's been proven to work against anxiety is eating. Your brain is wired when you're eating and in a safe environment, you automatically start to relax. Oh, that's cool. See, that's good, Lali, but I also say to take precaution with that because you don't want to like link people's anxiety to overeating, right? That is a good one, but I'd say be careful with that. Just made it to stream. Hope everyone started to recreate my beard model. Yes. Hi, Uwu Chano. Any advice for beginner VTubers? Be consistent. That's my best advice. Be consistent. Choose a schedule and go for it. People aren't agreeing with about what YouTube is doing. Yep, it happens. I know they said something about like removing the like button recently. People are always not going to agree with what you're doing, but that's not going to stop YouTube from trying to innovate or try new things. And good on YouTube. They should be trying new things. Even if it seems like a bad decision, good for them. Let them make that bad decision so they can roll it back and fix it. I believe in YouTube. I love YouTube. I think it's a great company. And I think that they'll find their way and they'll find things that work for them. And really that's what's important. And hopefully to help their creators as well, because we help sustain their platform. But Crip says, my big thing is uni, I can't drop that, sadly. I mean, you can drop that. You could definitely drop that, but you don't want to drop that because of the fear. And I'm not telling you, I don't want to create that because I know that whole hassle of should I go to uni? Should I not go to uni? It's easy for me to say too, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of success in what I'm doing. So it's easy for me to say that, but I understand the fears. But it's really about retraining that mind process. Maybe you don't put as much time into university work and you put more time into your own content. And that's something you're gonna have to live with. Most of the time the reason why you might be struggling with that is because you're afraid of the judgment and the outlash from other people if your work is not as good as theirs. And I know that feeling very well because I'm the same way, especially when you're going for art and when you're in art school, because you want your work to be better than everybody else's. So you put in an ungodly amount of work. But if you're putting in an ungodly amount of work, make sure it's actually going back to who you are and growing yourself as a person as well, and not just trying to prove something to other people. Walker says, for a good analogy on time management, I can't recommend the rocks in a jar metaphor. Rocks in a jar. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Wow, that's super touching, Sai. So nice. Hi, Coney. Hello. Blueberry says, Sai, question. What made you start this job? So I always just started doing it for fun. Like when I started it, I started streaming on Twitch for about 4 years ago. And I really just wanted to have people watching me work on my art projects for my AP art class. And that's literally why I started. I was just like, I really want to just like do my art with other people and get their feedback. And then all from there, it grew and developed into something I never thought would exist. Mentor, idol, icon, you lover. Oh, Olivia, know you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Courses and coaching thing. I get help from friends. Yep, friends are a good resource as well. Hi, Sunset Sweet. Thank you, Martin Ambrose. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yep, stream coaches could help for content. Absolutely. Business coaches too, depending on the direction you want to go. Gourmet Socks. I love your name. What a cool name. Gourmet Socks. It's really worth doing content creation while working a job. Also, how do you get more people to reach your content? There are 2 questions I've enjoyed. Sure. Okay, let me backtrack and restart this a little bit. I'm going to answer that question, Gourmet Socks. Give me a moment to go back to it. And that'll be the last question I take for this podcast, and then we'll wrap it up. Crip says, thank you for saying such nice things, Saya. You inspired me to take my content more seriously, hence the reason I'm going all in on my new models re-debut. Awesome. Exactly. Crypt, and let me tell you this. What are your goals? Like, do you really want to work at a game studio? No, I've talked to you. I know that's not probably what you really want. It'd be cool and you'd be able to show it off to other people, but no, that's probably not what you really want. Crypt, I'm sure what would make you get the most out of life is you being able to run your own business, creating plushies, doing costume design, and like creating characters and create that into your own business, especially because I know you are like a strong businesswoman leader type. That's something you would really love. So put your eggs into that. Like, believe in yourself. Believe you're willing to work so hard for other people. Be willing to work so hard for yourself, and don't settle for mediocrity in your own work, right? I know it. I could see you owning like your whole own thing with like a cute plushie business as well as doing like fashion stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's where you want to go, but like that's the talents I see that you have and the skills I see that you have. I said the dreaded T word. I shouldn't have said it. I mean skills that you have, not talents. But you know what I mean. All right, let me back up to what Gourmet Socks said. Gourmet Socks asked, is it really worth doing content creation while working on a job? Also, how do you get more people to reach your content? So let me answer the how do you get more people to reach your content. Discoverability. There's lots of strategies to get your content discovered. I use a strategy called search engine optimization. It also is SEO. Not going to get super into it because there's a lot that goes into that, but if you're interested in learning more, go ahead and Google SEO, do some research and see how you can apply that to your content. And is it worth doing content creation? That's a question you got to ask yourself. Is it a lifestyle you want to live? Because at the end of the day, everybody wants monetary value, or they want something in exchange for what they're doing. You want me to tell you gourmet socks. Everybody in chat wants me to tell them. At the end of the day, you want me to tell you, if you take this path, 100% it'll work for you. You'll be a billionaire. You'll take this path and it's going to work. It's going to be great. That's what you want someone to tell you. And that's the only way that you're going to be willing to really step your foot out to do the thing. Bro, nothing is guaranteed in life. Like I said, even if you're working your 9-to-5 job, wouldn't you rather put time into content creation and creating a side hustle or a side business and see what happens than continuing to work a job that dissatisfies you for the rest of your life? Even if you felt like you were wasting time on this side business plan or this side business idea, wouldn't you rather have tried and then failed than to never have tried at all? Right? Isn't that something you at least tell yourself at the end of the day, well, at least I tried, instead of sitting in the unknown and continuing to do work for other people, right? And again, I'm not saying it's wrong to do work for other people. It's okay to do work for other people if you believe in their business values and what they're doing. But if you're working in a company or for something that is related to nothing you want out of your personal life, why are you doing that to yourself? Again, I'm not saying quit your job and just go full content creation, because you're not going to be happy if you can't have a roof over your head and be eating good food while working on your content. But you got to find ways to be disciplined and make it work for yourself, doing both of those things until you can shift full time into what you would rather be doing. Eroe Mishti, welcome in. I'm amazing. How are you? Hi, Tomcat. Just do it. That's right. Just do it. Hi, Jolina. Welcome in. So, Gourmet Socks, hopefully that answers your questions. Hold on, guys. Boop. Hi, Unicorn Plays. Welcome in. So, I'm sorry if this is such a personal question, but if your friend gave up on content creating, would you say something or would you let them be? It depends, Lay. That's a good question. That's a hard one. And also, hold on. I'll answer this question, Lay, but I'm going to end the podcast here in a few seconds. All right. So those were a few questions from chat. Lots of really good ones. Thank you guys for answering. Thank you guys for asking. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening to the VTuber Voices podcast. Hopefully you learned some valuable information. Please keep in mind, guys, this is a lifelong journey. This is something that's going to take you forever to figure out the rest of your life, and that's okay. But be willing to challenge yourself just enough so that you can feel inspired. Be willing to surround yourself by people that support you so you feel like you can move forward. Be willing to create space for the things that you want in your life so that you can be on the path to your best life. And again, it doesn't mean that you're always going to be happy, because you must have sadness in your life to have happiness. Opposites must coexist. But at least if you're happy 50, even 50% of the time, half the time, 80% of the time, that's worth it. So keep doing amazing things, Gems, and I will see you next time on the VTuber Voices podcast. Have a lovely rest of your day, wherever that may be. Goodbye! Okay, cool. We'll stop that recording. That's good. I'll take some more questions from chat and then we'll wrap it up here. Let's see. Without your influence, I don't think I would have. Crypt, I'm so glad I can help you. And you can be that to other people as well. That's why I love being an influencer, because I love moving people to chase things that really is going to make their life meaningful. I love being able to help transform other people's lives to be able to see this. So absolutely. For saying such thing. No, yeah, absolutely, Crypt. I'm so glad that I can help. Oh yeah, so would you, if your friend gave up on content creation, it depends, Lay. It depends what your friend wants for their life. I try to be supportive in what they do, but if they gave up on content creation, it depends on the reasons they gave up for content creation. If they gave up because they thought it wasn't worth, it's kind of a hard question to answer, Lay, unless I knew the exact situation. How long is needed to prep for a debut? As long as you feel like you need. There's no right or wrong answer, Jolina. Choose something that works well for you. I wanted to ask something with streaming, but I only get 200 characters in YouTube. Oh no. Coney, if you want to DM it to me, I can answer it there too. Ryan said, when I make content, it's mostly for myself. When other people enjoy it, it absolutely surprises me. Even if it's like, I treat it like it was 1,000. That's a good way too, Ryan. Like, create content for yourself, and if other people enjoy it, great. That's like a good mentality, because you don't want to get latched on to making content just for the views. So absolutely. Hi, Acer. Welcome in. Hey, Sai, what made you do this job that you're doing since you started? Like I said, it was literally just like, I just wanted to share my work, and then it just developed into so much more. You can't let other people tell you no, and you can't let yourself tell you no. Yep. That's absolutely. Hi, Tammy, welcome in. Cutie says these are super important things to hear, honestly. Yes. I love this podcast episode. It was so good. Hi, Mushroomy. Welcome in. Also, for any of our new friends, if you want to join our Discord, this is a very different stream. I don't usually stream on Thursdays. I'm just recording an episode for my podcast, and I figured I'd do it live to get some questions from you guys. But feel free to join the Discord. We do lots of art sharing and pull stuff up on stream on other streams, not on this one, but in others. Hi, Andrew Gaming. Welcome in. How long does a debut usually take? Honestly, people usually, I think, wrap it up like they have it for a week or one day. You maybe study other debuts to see what you want to do for yours. Andrew says, just started VTubing and wondering if you had advice. Yep, I say to stay consistent. I think that's one of the best pieces of advice I can give. Be disciplined and stay consistent. Hi, Galaxy. Welcome in. Why did we get 2 links for the Discord? Oh, because Lolly put it in too. Your art stream gave me the push to start drawing. That's amazing. It surprises me, Dexter. There's a lot of people that said they started drawing for the first time because of my streams, and that's really cool that I can move people in that way. More people like the weird stuff you do yourself than you expect. Sometimes it's just your passion that comes through and more people respond to that. Yeah, I absolutely agree because people can see through the garbage, right? They can see like what you really are for the most part. Jetterbit, welcome in. I just want to say thanks for inspiring me with my artwork and inspiring me to pursue new projects like writing stories and VTubing. I'm glad I can help, Sonny. Hi, Wolfcross. Decided to be a VTuber as well, commission a model, and it's due later this month. Yay! 2D or 3D, Wolfcross. The Discord is so loving and welcoming, worth joining. Thank you, Berry Bear. Appreciate you. Hi, Vader Princess. What program do you use? I use VUp, but I'm looking for better programs. I use VC Face right now. I have a video that actually compares a bunch of different programs as well on my YouTube channel, Vader Princess. I'm using VC Face and iFacial mocap at the moment. Can you do VTubing on your phone? Yep, you can do VTubing on your phone. I don't specifically have videos on that, but you can definitely YouTube it and find answers to your questions, Tomcat. Hi, Dragonfire, welcome in. Zane says, hi, what is your experience doing both VTuber and yourself on camera sometimes? I can't decide. I love your inspiring work. Thank you, Zane. For me, I know that a lot of people really enjoy how genuine and honest I am, and I wanted to share my physical self with you guys, not only my virtual self, because I think there's a lot more to me behind the character, and I want to share with you guys the process and the internal things and like my face expressions and like the real me as well as the virtual me. I thought that was really important. So that's sort of a personal adventure and journey that I had taken. And mind you, I was very panicky at first about it. Like I had gone through a huge mental warfare about sharing my face as a VTuber and not sharing my face. It's a huge thing. I was able to email you back, but I want to say you're welcome again for the model. Thank you, Lynn. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, Ryan, awesome. We're happy to have you. Okay, let me check Coney's question. Coney said, I know you're probably super busy. Oh wait. Oh, is this where you're gonna type in chat? Because I don't want to read this necessarily out loud for you, but I joined the Discord. Whoop whoop. Yay, 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 yay. Bump, 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 bump. Anyways, guys, what do you think of TikTok? Yeah, I think TikTok is great to help build followers. If you enjoy the platform, yep, make content on TikTok. I think it's really good. I used it. I've gotten some great people coming from TikTok over to my Twitch. I don't use it as actively right now because I don't have a whole team to like be able to output on TikTok, YouTube. I could be, but I just haven't been putting focus on TikTok at the moment. But it is good for lots of people. Thank you, Potato Puffin. I love your name. Hi, Leecon. How's side? Thank you for the live 2D tutorials. It's helping me a lot. Yay! Awesome, Leecon. I'm so happy to hear that. Wonderful. That's great news. Yay, yay, yay. Awesome. Okay, cool. So do we have any more lasting questions before I end the stream? I know this is a short one, guys, but like I said, this was just going to be, I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but I wanted to get this podcast done in front of y'all to help me get it done for one, answer questions, etc. Do VTubers look down on PNG tubers? I think there's a conception, Ryan, that VTubers look down on PNG tubers, but I don't think that's like absolutely true. There's always going to be haters, like no matter what. But if you need to start as a PNG tuber, I'd rather have you start as a PNG tuber than not make content at all, to be honest with you. So I'd say just go for it. If you need to start with PNG tuber and like higher model stuff later, then go for it. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I actually consider myself an ambivert, Zane. I'm both an extrovert and an introverted person. I need time to be social, but I also need time to recharge. It's 2D. I suck at drawing, but surprised myself with how decent it came out. Yo! Wolf, I'm so happy to hear it. Good for you. Diving in, working on your character, even though you felt like you didn't have drawing skills, you did it anyways. I'm proud of you. What do you think of full-time being PNG tubers? Why not? Go for it. I'm not going to tell anybody. You know what? A wise Panda Pat, she's another VTuber, really great person. You should check her out on Twitch if you haven't. A wise Panda Pat once told me I would never tell anybody they can't accomplish their dreams. So if you want to do something, go for it. As long as you're not hurting people or creating violence or causing issues, then I say let your dreams be your dreams and make them a reality. Do you want me to send you the file to Wolftail separately? Yes, that'd be great, Lynn. I'd appreciate that. I think PNG tubers are just cardboard VTubers. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. I know this question is dumb, but you need lore with your VTuber, or can you just not? Do you need lore? You don't need lore, but lore can definitely increase the experience of your character. So it depends on the types of content you want to make. If you just want to stream for fun and like have your character showing up as you don't really need lore. But if you're trying to create like a brand or a story or a universe, yeah, I'd say lore is important. Lolly says, thanks for the impromptu stream, Saya. And always fun to see them. Even if you said you're going to stream less, makes these streams very pleasant surprise. I'm like, I'm going to stream less streams every day this week. I do that every single time, Lolly. Lolly, I'll have you know that I listened to Wake Me Up Before You Go like 10 times yesterday. And I listened to it like 4 times this morning. I'll have you know it's pumping me up every day. Every time I hear the song, it puts a smile on my face. I'm like, yes, I must keep going. Every single time. Good, because I don't have enough machine power to do the VTubing, lol. No, honestly, and if you need to upgrade later, Ryan, that's okay. Start with PNG Tuber if you need to. Thank you, Sunny. Thanks for hosting the stream. Have a great day on. You're welcome, Walker. Yes. How do you stay motivated? Because I am hungry for growth, and I love challenging myself. Coney says, I go back and forth between PNG and my VTuber model. There's nothing wrong with PNG. Sometimes people's setups can handle VTuber models all the time. Yeah, for sure. Hi, SJ. Welcome in. Geekish says, how do you not get yourself down? I try not to compare myself by reminding myself everyone's speed is different based on priority. With content and growth, sometimes I do let comparing get to me. Me too, Geekish. It's very normal to let comparing get to you. Utilize comparing as a way to push yourself forward, not hold you back. If you feel like it's really putting a damper on your mental state, I would honestly say take a break from social media or turn off notifications and don't tune into other people that have been causing you like problems. You know what I mean? Like if you need to mute notifications or not look at other people, don't do it. Just don't look at what other people are doing. Don't put yourself like, don't invite your mind to be jealous. You know what I mean? If there's an invitation for jealousy, don't invite your mind to have that opportunity, right? Oh, there's a meme on Twitter and PNG Live 2D and 3D Tubers start beating up the people that judge others for what model they use. LOL. There's always some weird culture stuff going on Twitter and VTubers. Hi, Dusafina Plays. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Honestly, VTubing is about whatever you want it to be in your own personal expression. Gatekeeping it and labeling it doesn't make sense. Just do what you enjoy. Yep, Vox pretty much summed that up perfectly in a sentence. Absolutely. There's no right or wrong way to do it. That's Me With My Life by Robin Thicke. Wait, is that the name of a book, Crypt? Yo, wait, it sounds cool. I gotta check it out. That's me every day, bro. Jake Potts every day. Oh, My Life is the name of the song. I was like, wait, is that a book? PNG is good for your PC can't handle VC face if you have RAM issues. I do that a lot when I play certain games because it takes up less RAM. Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with having a PNG tuber. And again, if you start like making money on Twitch or YouTube, you can start saving that money to invest it back into like getting a model. So it's perfect. Good advice, Vox. I think as long as you start, you can always upgrade later. That's what I tend to do. It doesn't have to be all in one go. Yep, preach it. Agreed, because you can always be getting better. You want to be changing. You want to be progressing and getting better models, getting better at what you're doing. And if you have the excuse, well, it needs to be perfect before I start, you might as well never start because you're always going to be getting better. You're always going to be upgrading every single time. You're always going to be upgrading. You want to be growing. So literally just start now. Plus, people are fascinated with human beings' journeys. They're fascinated with what other people go through and how they get to where they go. Think about all the people you guys look up to, all the mentors you watch, myself included, and think about all the hardships that they've gone through and endured to get where they are. But they had to start. So don't be afraid of failure. Failure is the path to success. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of losing. You have to lose to win. That's literally an essential basic principle of life. You have to lose to win because you need to make mistakes to learn how to win and get better, right? Same concept with failure and success. Same concept with losing and winning. Thank you, Fly. I really appreciate that. I'm glad I can help. Hi, Dark Ultima. One day, Saf will make it to rule the Jake and Logan Paul. Can only be mentioned once on stream and never again. No worries, Blue Bear. Okay, great. Well, I'm really glad that we had a great conversation. Hopefully this pumped you guys up to start your week strong. I mean, it's not your week. It's Thoughtful Thursdays, but if you take this, bring it into the weekend. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. It depends what I got going on. I'll decide tomorrow if I'm going live or not. The only way to not fail is to not start, but by not starting, you've already lost the race. Yo, Lolly! Good quotes. When I think of how hard you work, Sai, as well as other content creators I look up to, like Crypt, Panda, Sakana, and Vox, that always blows my mind away, that inspires me. Yeah! Do you know any Polish words? I don't, sadly, Arseliner. Crypt says, if you think about life as a video game, you need to fail in order to progress, and you learn from your failures. If you never try again, you never go anywhere. Absolutely. And you're always leveling up. Level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can always help other people. And this is why I love, like, when people make excuses about not being able to make educational content because they're not good enough yet. That's no! Think about it like a video game. If you're level 5, you could still help level 0 and level 2, 3, 4 players up to level 5. If you're level 2, you could still help the level 1 players, right? If you're level 50, you could still help all the players below level 50. So literally, I don't want to hear any excuses from you guys. Just start. There's nothing you can tell me right now would justify a reason that you can't find a way. Nothing. Nothing. All right, so just start. All right, I'm going to take my leave, friends, and go edit the podcast, get some editing done. But hopefully this podcast was helpful. This little pep talk pumped you up. And I appreciate you guys. You got this. Crypt, you got this. Keep doing amazing work. You're amazing artist, amazing person, super hard worker. Walker, it's always lovely to have you here. Coney, you do amazing work too. I love your work. Llama, have a good one. Vox, keep up the great work on your games. Lolly, keep being amazing, bringing that light and love you bring to everybody's life. Amanda, have a good one. Leecon, have a good one. Milky, have a good one. And goodbye. SJ, I don't know you very well, but I'm sure you're a great person. All right, friends, have a good one. Bye.